Hello students. Now let us start with the problems or the numericals based on basic concept in chemistry. The first one you can see on the screen, that is 3.4 gram of ammonia at STP occupies volume of 4.48 dm cube. Calculate molar mass of ammonia. So I tried to just revise the things on this right hand side of your slide, and that is the number of moles you can calculate by using mass of substance. If it is given, divide it by molar mass of the substance, you will get the number of moles. Or if the number of molecules are given, divided by Avogadro's number, you will get number of moles. And the third thing you can do, N, that is number of moles, can be calculated volume of the gas at STP divided by 22.414 liter, which is called as the molar volume. Now, for this particular problem, we are supposed to calculate the molar mass of ammonia. So for this, we just need to find out first number of moles. Now looking at this, N, that is number of mole, that is mass of substance divided by molar mass of the substance. Now first we'll try to find out number of moles, then we can be able to find out the molar mass, because we are given the mass of the substance and the volume is also given here. Okay, so we'll have to combine two things together here. The first, we'll write the equation, and that is number of moles can be calculated by mass of gas divided by molar mass of gas. Okay, now divided by molar mass of gas. Now at STP, here what is given at STP, it occupies 4.48 dm cube of the volume. So at STP, 1 mole of ammonia occupies 22.414 liter or dm cube, isn't it? So now you can write 22.414 dm cube equals to 1 mole. Now what is the volume given? This is the value for the volume which is given, that is 4.48 dm cube equals to how many moles? So first, by taking the volume, we will calculate number of moles. So this will be, I'll write here in short itself, just to save the space, 4.48 divided by 22.414. So here you will be getting the answer equals to, if you solve this, I'll put it in a bracket. If you solve this thing, you will get 0.1998 moles. Okay, just what did we do? Just we cross multiply the things. 4.48 into 1 divided by 22.414. So it comes out to be 0.1998, approximately 2. Now we have this equation in front of us, N equals to mass of gas divided by molar mass of gas. So we, from this volume, what did we do? We just calculated number of moles from this volume. Okay. So here you can substitute N number of moles, that is 1.1998 equals to what is the mass of the substance, mass of gas, it is given as 3.4. So we can write here 3.4, and we are supposed to find out molar mass. Now as the name of the gas is given, that is ammonia, so you can cross check your answer also. N is 17 atomic mass and 3 hydrogen, so 17 here. So nitrogen here it is 14 plus 3, 17. So answer should be approximately equals to 17. So when you solve this, molar mass of ammonia, it would be 3.4 divided by 0.1998. So which is approximately equals to 3.4 divided by 0.2. So this is very simple calculation. It comes out to be 17.017 mole. So this is the way you can solve the numerical based on this. Look here, the mass of the gas is also given and volume is also given. Okay, so we use this volume for calculating the number of moles, and from number of moles we calculated molar mass of, because we have this equation in front of us where we have got this mass, but we were not aware about the n, that is number of moles, and molar mass also we were not aware in case of this. So we are supposed to find this. So to know this number of moles, we use this volume number, that is 4.48. And once we got number of moles, we use this equation, this particular equation, and we calculated the molar mass of the gas. Okay. Now the next is calculate the mass of potassium chloride. KClO3 means potassium chloride, required to liberate 6.73 dm cube of oxygen at STP. And the molar mass of KClO3, it is given as 122.5 grams per mole. Now, if such type of problem is given, that is, here there is a liberation of oxygen, means here the reaction should be decomposition, where KClO3 is liberating oxygen. Okay, so when this is decomposed, the possible product is very obvious, that is KCl plus O2. Now just to balance the reaction here, here there are 3 oxygen, there are 2 oxygen atoms here. So when we try to balance this, if you make this twice, we should make this thrice. Now accordingly you balance this 2 potassium, so make this twice and see whether the reaction is balanced or not. I think it is balanced one. There are 2 potassium, 2 chlorine. Here also 2 potassium, 2 chlorine, 3 2s are 6 oxygen. Okay. So here these are the 2 moles of potassium chloride liberating 3 moles of oxygen. Isn't it? Now, when I say 2 moles of potassium chloride, as I know molar mass of potassium chloride as 122.5, means this is equal to 1 mole. Whatever is the molar mass of the substance, that is always equal to its molar mass. It's 1 mole. So whatever is the molar mass, that will be equal to always 1 mole of the substance. So 122.5 grams is nothing but equal to 1 mole of the potassium chloride. So when I say there are 2 moles, so I'll have to twice this number. So 2 moles will be 122.5 into 2 equals to 245 grams. So 245 grams is nothing but equal to 2 moles. Since 122.5 is 1 mole, this is 1 mole. So twice of this would be 2 moles. Okay. Now 3 moles of oxygen, when I say 3 moles of oxygen, means it should be equal to 96 grams. Now 32 plus 32 plus 32 in this way, because 1 oxygen means 16 plus 16 oxygen molecule I am talking about. 16 plus 16 means 32, 32 3s are 96. Now this 2 moles of KClO3, that is potassium chloride, it is equivalent to 2 it is nothing but equal to 245 grams, and 3 moles of oxygen occupies 67.242 dm3. Okay. Now this 3 moles of oxygen, it occupies 67.242 dm3. Now before coming to this, here we can see here directly that 245 grams of KClO3, it liberates or it will liberate 67.242 dm cube of oxygen. Okay, suppose this 245 grams of KCl3, it will liberate 67.242 grams of oxygen at STP. Okay. Now suppose X grams of KClO3 liberates 6.72 dm cube at STP. So some of you might not be able to understand how this 67.242, how does it come? So here in the problem it is given this KClO3, it liberates 6.72 dm cube of oxygen. Now we want to know the mass of KClO3 here. So we assume that mass of KClO3 here as X. Okay, so X will be equal to 245 into this 245, we just cross multiplied this into 6.72 divided by 67.242, which is coming out to be 24.48. Now, as I told earlier also, you might not be understood that's how does 245 grams of KClO3, it will liberate 67.242 dm cube of oxygen. Now, I'll explain this here by inserting one more slide here. Just wait a minute. Here you can write, that is, as you all know that 1 mole of oxygen, it would be 32 grams, isn't it? Now, by looking at the reaction, 96 grams will be equal to 3 moles of oxygen. Why are we using 3 moles? Because referring to the reaction. We are just balance the reaction. Now this 22.4 dm cube equals to 1 mole. Okay, so 3 mole means what will be the volume? So 22.4 into 3, 22.4 into 3, which is coming out to be 67.2 grams or dm cube of oxygen. So this way we calculated this number, that is 67.2 dm cube. Here 245 gram, it will liberate 67.242 dm cube of oxygen. Because here there are 2 moles means 245 gram, and it is liberating 3 moles of oxygen, that is 96 grams. So what did we do? We just converted this 96 grams into its volume. Okay, and volume will be 96 grams means 67.242 dm cube of oxygen, means grams are converted into liter or dm cube. Then we are supposed to calculate X. X means what? Calculate the mass of KClO3, which is required to liberate 6.72. So since this 245 will liberate 67, so then X 66.72, how will you calculate this X? So we just cross multiplied and we got the answer as 24.4 grams of KClO3 will be required to liberate 6.73 dm cube of oxygen at STP. Okay, so in such type of problems, you just have to first write down the balance equation, then find out the number of moles, then 1 mole will be equal to its molar mass, and then convert those molar mass and apply these molar masses to the balance equation, and then do the remaining part. Okay. Now the next is calculate the volume of oxygen required for complete combustion of 0.25 mole of methane at STP. Now the problem itself suggests that this is the combustion reaction. and combustion of what? Methane. So CH4 plus O2. So whenever it is a combustion, means it should liberate carbon dioxide plus water molecule, isn't it? Now try to balance the reaction here. There are 4 hydrogen, 2 oxygen, 2 plus 1, 3 oxygen. Here there are 2. So if I make this twice, I need to make this twice. So I hope the oxygen are number of oxygen atoms are balanced and the reaction is also a balanced one. So this is 1 mole. These are 2 moles. Okay. Now we need to find out 0.25 mole of methane. 0.25 mole of methane requires x dm cube of oxygen for complete combustion. Okay. So here you can write x will be equal to 0.25 into 2 into 22.4, which is equal to 0.5 into 22.4, which is coming out to be 11.207 dm. So here we calculated x. So again 0.25 mole of CH4 requires x dm cube of. We need to find out this for complete combustion. So what is the this is the number of moles, and it is to be multiplied by 2 into 22.4. Why we multiplied it by 2? Because there are 2 moles. So we just calculated by looking at the reaction. These are the number of moles of methane. It is reacted with 2 moles of this oxygen. So at STP means here it is 2 into 22.4, which is coming out to be 11.207. Now the next problem we can go. Calculate volume of hydrogen required for complete hydrogenation of 0.25 dm cube of ethyne at STP. Now first thing you should do, try to write down the reaction. Ethyne means C2H2, that is alkyne. Hydrogenation means it should be reacted with hydrogen, isn't it? Now C2H2 plus H2 means C2H6. C2H2 here will be, should be twice here. Then this is 1 mole. Here there are 2 moles. So 1 mole of C2H2, it occupies 22.414 dm cube. Okay. Now 2 mole of H2 occupies 44.828 dm cube. Now this 22.414 dm cube of ethyne, it requires 44.828 dm cube of H2. So from where do I get this 44.828? By just looking at the reaction. I just converted moles into this volume. Now for complete hydrogenation. Now suppose this is for the 22.414. So what is the volume of this? 0.25. So how much is for 0.25? Now for suppose 0.25 dm cube of C2H2 requires x dm cube. So we need to find out this x dm cube of H2. for complete hydrogenation. So X will be equal to 0.25. Now just cross multiply here. 0.25 into 44.828 divided by this one 22.414. So just solve this and you will get the answer. This will be twice of this. So 0.25 into 2, that is equal to 0.5 dm. So this is the answer. Means the volume of hydrogen required for complete hydrogenation of this 0.25 and it is coming out to be 0.5 dm cube. Now the next we can proceed for this. Calculate number of moles and molecules in 25 gram of methane. Now I just wrote this again, that number of moles can be calculated by using these three different equations here. So N is equal to number of moles of methane, equal to 25 divided by 16. So why do I use this 16? 16 is nothing but a molar mass of methane, which is coming out to be 1.5625. Okay, now and this is the number of moles of methane. Now number of here moles we got. Now we need to find out molecules. So number of molecules can be calculated as number of molecules divided by Avogadro's number. Avogadro's G-A-D-R-O. Avogadro's number. Okay, so we can write here number of moles we got 1.5625 divided here into this 6.022 into 10 raised to 23. So we just have to rearrange this equation. That is number of molecules equal to N into Avogadro's number. So which is equal to 1.5625 into 6.022 into 10 raised to 23, which is coming out to be 9.409 into 10 raised to 23 molecules. So this is the way you can solve the problems. Now the next and the last one, that is calculate number of oxygen atoms in 88 gram of CO2. What would be the mass of CO having the same number of oxygen atoms? Now here the number of oxygen atoms you are supposed to calculate in how many grams of carbon dioxide? In number of grams, that is 88 grams. So first we'll look for this. 88 grams of CO2, which is nothing but 2 moles of CO2. Isn't it? 32 plus 12, which is coming out to be 44. Means molar mass of CO2 is 44. So 44 into 2 means 88. So 1 mole is 44. So 2 moles will be equal to 88 grams. So 88 grams of CO2 is nothing but equal to 2 moles of CO2 here. Now here, one molecule of CO2, it contains or it consists of 2 oxygen atoms. Isn't it? Now what we are supposed to find out? Calculate number of oxygen atoms. So number of oxygen atoms equals to 2 moles into 2 atoms into Avogadro's number. 2 into 10 raised to 23. because in one here one molecule of CO2 it contains two oxygen atoms. So 2 moles of this, that is, you need to multiply this by 2, remember, because there are 2 moles. Otherwise, we would have used, if it would have been 44 gram, that is 1 mole, we would not have been used these 2 atoms, remember. Since there are 2 moles, so here it should be 2 atoms. So that will be equal to 24.08 into 10 raised to 23. This is the one part of the problem we solved. Now, the next is what will be the mass of CO having the same number of oxygen atoms. So what are these? These are the number of oxygen atoms, isn't it? We calculated number of oxygen atoms in carbon dioxide. Now, in case of carbon monoxide molecule has only one oxygen atom. Only one oxygen atom. Okay. Now, what would be the mass of this CO having the same number of oxygen atom from carbon dioxide? So here, mass of CO containing 24.08 into 10 raised to 23 oxygen atoms will be equal to, here we are calculating mass of CO here. So that will be equal to molar mass of carbon monoxide CO divided by Avogadro's number 6.022 into 10 raised to 23, and it should be multiplied by the number of oxygen atoms. So it was found to be 24.08 into 10 raised to 23. Okay. So here molar mass of CO, you can substitute molar mass of CO here. I'll add one more slide. Molar mass of CO, molar mass of carbon monoxide, it would be 12 plus 16, so that is 28. Now I'll try to write it again. So that will be equal to 28, that is molar mass of CO divided by Avogadro's number 6.022 into 10 raised to 23 into this much number of oxygen atom. It was found in carbon dioxide. That this thing we got from the earlier information. So cancel out this. So that will give you 28 divided by 6.022. It is coming out to be 4.65 into 24.08, 24.08, which is coming out to be 112 grams. So this is the way you can solve the problems. Now look here, what did we do here? We calculated first the number of oxygen atom in carbon dioxide, and what would be the mass of carbon dioxide having the same number of oxygen atom. This same number of oxygen atom, it is related to this number of oxygen atom that we are calculated from carbon dioxide, remember. Okay, so this is the way you can solve the problem. It is a little bit of from the JEE main level. This problem is of JEE main level. So this way, you try to solve the many MCQs based on this topic. Thank you.